Okay, can you say your name and the instrument you play for Port Harbour?
My name is Taylor, and I play the keyboard and sing, and sometimes I play the bass.
Can you describe your normal writing process when you write a song?
Well, it's a little bit different every time. But more specifically for A Lost Child, I wrote it in two separate sittings. I started writing it when I was on vacation with my family in Boone, North Carolina, I think. And I finished writing it when I was back at my parents' house, like right after that. So it's kind of the same time, but different spaces, which kind of meant a lot. Like in that song, it has a lot to do with kind of spatial recognition and such.
Okay, so when and where was the song written? Like how were you feeling during that time?
I was feeling pretty. I mean, I named it Lost Child. I was feeling pretty lost, pretty kind of like wrecked in my life. I'd kind of been brought to a place of frustration, and kind of writing the song itself was really helpful for me, because I just kind of reached this point of like looking for comfort in other things, and kind of this search, this journey for finding where I belong, and just being extremely frustrated with that. And so it kind of drove me to the point of like writing that song. So it's kind of like actually writing the song was therapeutic in a way, but I wasn't in a very comfortable place when I wrote it.
So what does this song mean to you now?
Well, for one thing, it always brings me back to that place that I was, and that I still find myself in from time to time, just of just looking around and being in places where I don't belong, and trying to find comfort in things that like won't fulfill me, and so like looking back on that and realizing, first of all, that like it's okay and that happens, and that, you know, we all get lost, but at the same time there's the other side, and there's coming out of that, and there's good things that come from struggling through hard things, and so yeah, at one point it takes me back to that, and that specific experience for me, and is very helpful. Yeah, and so when I actually play and sing it, it brings me sadness to a point, that I do that sometimes, and that it is frustrating, but also that there's goodness, like I said.
So what do you want people to get out of Lost Child?
Kind of the same thing. I think we all have places that we've been, and we all have things that we're familiar with, and things that we find comfort in, whether it's like people or places, or sounds, or just any sort of like central experience that that we have. And I think there's kind of a way that we move through life, and it's easy to be comfortable a lot of times, and it's easy to kind of sit still, but that's not always the best thing, and so I kind of want people to realize that, and at the same time, like for myself, like that it's okay to be there, it's okay to like to be there, and to be and realize and come to like a realization of, hey, like I've been looking for comfort in all of these things, and familiarity from all of these things, and just realizing that that's not fulfilling me, and kind of looking inside yourself and be like, well, I still don't feel like I should, even though I'm like trying so hard to find comfort and find myself and find my identity in the things around me. So kind of realizing that, and that's okay, but that there is a way to come out of it, and there is another side. And so I want people to feel that with me and step into that with me, because I think we all have some sort of things that we do that with, but also have hope.
Any last things you want to let anyone know about?
Yeah. Actually, there's kind of like a dual meaning to a lot of the song. I think, like one of the repeated lines is, "Have I lost my way, or have we lost this place?" And kind of at the same time, while we're feeling lost and not like where we're supposed to be, there's also some sort of like stewardship aspect to that, that we need to be taking care of the things that we have, because I wrote it in a place where like it reminded me of like a kid in a nursery and going back to that place, and it not being as magnificent as you once remembered it, and so also being there, but also taking care of the things that you know are good in life, the best that we can. And then at the end, like, we will get lost, but like things will get better, and the things that we've messed up will get renewed.
Awesome.